Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the German black metal band known as Nachtfalke. Nachtfalke was formed back in the late 90s by Tino, Occulta Mors, Mothes. The CD in question here from Nachtfalke is the compilation known as The Last Battles, which gathers together 3 Nachtfalke albums as well as 4 new songs that were recorded in 2014 when this compilation was released, and finally the third disc being a collection of Bathory covers, and the 4 new songs in 2014 are exclusive to this release, and I believe at least some of the Bathory covers are exclusive to this release as well. Nachtfalke is, of course, a solo project of Occulta Mors, and in case you're not familiar with Occulta Mors, he's probably one of the most important figures in German black metal. Throughout the 90s, he played in a band called Moonblood, and he also did some guest sessions with Nargarath and various other German black metal bands throughout the 90s and the first half of the 2000s. So how to describe Nachtfalke then? Well, Nachtfalke is most definitely what you would call a pagan black metal band. The lyrics are totally centered around paganism and Nordic mythology, and it's pretty obvious just a few songs in this compilation that the biggest influence is undoubtedly Bathory. Some songs definitely lean more in the black metal style, while some are more in the epic pagan Viking metal style. The Viking pagan metal sound is clearly reminiscent of the sound that Bathory pioneered in the late 80s and early 90s, and then again in the 2000s. Some other songs from Nachtfalke are a bit more speedy and even sort of raw black metalish, but still with decent production. And they're just more typical black metal with some occasional synthesizer enrichment and even some folk melodies. At times when I'm listening to those recordings, I'm also reminded of projects like Nocturnal Mortem or Graveland, all really great projects that I have enjoyed for a long, long time. I first got into Nachtfalke about 16, 17 years ago when I bought their album, Doomed to Die. Doomed to Die was sort of an impulse buy back then, but I absolutely loved it, and I remember as soon as I bought that album, I said to myself, I need to buy more albums from this project, but I just never did. So a couple months ago I was listening to this album again, and that same thought popped into my head, and I thought to myself, why don't I finally buy some more albums and check out more from Nachtfalke? Well, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I found this compilation, because it seems a lot of the other individual albums are pretty hard to get and generally pretty expensive. So once again, this compilation gathers together 3 albums, namely As the Wolves Died from 2005, Following the Wanderer's Path from 2007, and Wotan's Return 2011. Out of the 3 albums, I think I definitely like Following the Wanderer's Path the best. It is just what I really like about bands like this and just the style in general is that there's just really good riffs and just really good song structures, strong drumming, strong vocals, heavily pagan Nordic themed lyrics, which I always enjoy in music, and black metal and in general, really cool stuff, and this stuff is not overly technical. It's not going to blow your mind or anything like that in that regard, but it's just, if you're the kind of person like me that just loves riffs and atmosphere, you're going to love Nachtfalke. Some of my favorite songs are My Skin is Bark, which is probably a bad translation, and that should have been in German, but whatever. It's a really cool song anyway. And As the Falcon Through the Night is just a fantastic, epic song. That's what I really love about this stuff. It's just really epic, really just very victorious sounding, very triumphant, just really, just galloping riffs and just really cool stuff. Actually really, competent, good drumming. Kind of knowing where Occulta Mors came from, and, usually playing in more, simplistic raw black metal bands. His drumming is really quite good and just, really works well with this style. A few other songs I enjoyed were When the Wolves Return or Wotan's Return. A lot of similar titled songs there, and some of the newer songs like The Kind of Jarl is a really good song too, and those 4 songs from 2014 exclusive to this release, so it's really cool that I have those now. Really cool songs. Like I said, it's simple stuff here, not overly technical or showy, whatever. It's just really great riffs, really great song structures, and just really cool, epic, awesome black metal. The Tribute to Bathory is it's sort of what you'd kind of expect out of a tribute album to an artist. It is, he does a fine job of covering the songs. You get a mixture of some of the older black metal Bathory songs and then some of the more Viking, pagan themed songs that Bathory created. And it's kind of funny because Bathory was sort of known for the bad vocals on those albums, and Nachtfalke kind of lives up to the tradition and just, records a song with equally bad vocals, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it made me smile a little. But yeah, really cool stuff. I mean, this is just a really great, strong black metal band, and it's kind of a shame because the project hasn't released anything since 2011, so it's probably safe to say that the project's dead by now, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm really glad I have this because I've been listening to it quite often these past few months that I've owned it, and it's just really great stuff. I love it, and now it's winter, it's black metal season. I'm definitely going to be continuing to play this, and I hope that I can also track down the band's earlier albums, Land of Frost and Hail Victory Teutonia, which I can assume are great records as well, and I looked up the individual albums, and again, they're kind of pricey, so I hope I can find them on the other compilation called The First Battles, which gathers together the earlier material from the band, and yeah, I really want to hear it because I really, really enjoy Nachtfalke. Alright, and so let's check out the packaging, shall we? So, in the front cover we have the Nachtfalke logo. We got wolves, we got tombstones, we got skulls, all those cool things you like to see in a black metal album cover, I suppose. In the back cover, we have track listing, and I probably show my camera in there too. Yeah. Inside we have the CD. Here's the first one. There's the second and third CDs. Now let's take a look at the booklets. There's the booklet. See, one of the things that kind of sucks about compilations like this, so is it, in this particular case, it just has the lyrics to the 4 new songs, and then you're left not knowing, the lyrics to the other songs, and, you don't get, like, all the artwork and everything that comes around with, each individual release, and that's kind of the unfortunate thing about releases like this, but still, for the sake of saving money, I guess it's kind of cool just to have these compilations and have the songs available. Yeah, so if you're in any sort of just, epic, pagan-themed black metal, which, obviously, again, is highly influenced by Bathory, then Nachtfalke is definitely worth checking out. Superb atmosphere that's kind of, goes between, something very triumphant and victorious to more dark and menacing and just brutal at times. It's really great stuff, there's lots of bands you can kind of compare this to, of course you can find similarities to Occulta Mors' old band, Moonblood, but you can, of course, stuff like Graveland, Torta Mortem, all those bands kind of come to mind when listening to this stuff, and it's just great stuff. So once again, that's Nachtfalke and the Last Battle CD. This, seems to be more readily available in the individual albums, so definitely worth looking up, if nothing else. I know all these albums are on YouTube, and, again, if you're in a black metal mood, check it out. This stuff is awesome. I love it. Nachtfalke, The Last Battles.